Ladies and gents, Six Figs here from YouTube. It appears that everything is working A-OK. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. We are talking live about the ICP ecosystem in today's video. We're covering all the news, all the drama, everything. We are even going to get into charts, price speculation, things like that. So let's just dive right into this. There's a couple quick announcements that you guys cannot miss. Now, William Laurent is hosting a Twitter Spaces with two blockchain titans, Wednesday, January 11th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blockchain Boy and Crypto is Good. These are two of the brightest minds in the crypto space. Definitely people that I trust when it comes to really having a high level of knowledge that is required to understand blockchain, things like that. So with that said, I will link to this in the description and the pinned comment. There is also another banger of a tweet that Dfinity dropped, folks. It's insane. The amount of Twitter spaces that are going down this week are absolutely fire. Join Blockchain Boy, Andrew, and Kyle Langham to talk about ICP, and they are doing a Twitter Spaces Friday, January 13th, 1 p.m. Central Time. Blockchain Boy meets ICP. Again, he is just an absolute wealth of knowledge when it comes to a lot of blockchain tech. He's been in the space, if I recall, for a very long time. There will also be a Twitter space sometime soon with with Ludo. He dropped, it looks like a Discord message. Quick one, there will be a Twitter space before the launch of the clown. You'll be able to connect with the founder and ask about the history, Banksy involvement, the charity action, and more. And for those of you guys that don't necessarily know what exactly is going on with that whole announcement, well, Ludo's at it again, and he has partnered up with Clown Skateboards and Banksy, which is another prominent artist. And Banksy, if you don't know, has had artwork like sold in Sotheby's, Christie's for like millions of dollars, things like that. So it's very interesting. If you guys saw that one painting that was at that art auction and then it got like shredded halfway down or halfway through the auction or something like that, that was one of Banksy's pieces, and that thing sold for like mega millions, like $20 million or something like that. I could be exaggerating the dollar amount, but it is what it is. We got a tweet, folks, out of the one and only Dominic Williams. You can't be a true believer in blockchain and not be obsessed by the idea of blockchain singularity. Every information system on Earth running 100% from the blockchain, world computer. And folks, I think no matter what coin it is that you're holding, I think that we often kind of daydream about, hey, let's have our coin overtake like Bitcoin and destroy all the rest of the competition, right? I think we've all had that thought run across our minds. It's important to really realize that if we're holding some of these tokens and things like that, our minds are biased naturally, right? Because we want our projects to succeed. And it's important to really look at a lot of other ecosystems, what they're offering. Competition is good because, survival of the fittest. So whatever the best blockchain may be, hopefully it wins. Sometimes it doesn't. In my own opinion, ICP, folks, is one of the best blockchains, if not the best blockchain out there. SigDAO. So this is a cool DAO. Really just started up. They're just releasing some progress reports. I checked it out. Things appear to be going over there. Things appear to be going well over there. We have completed 35 out of 365 days of token distribution at the time of writing. We burned 50% of the supply, 10% locked, and 3-year vesting schedule. 20% reserved for liquidity, 20% allocated for public token distribution. So yeah, they've got some good information here. So if you guys are interested in the SigDAO, or if you are maybe looking to get your project off the ground, SigDAO is like a launch pad. So they might be able to help you out with some funding, things like that. Really, there'll be some agreements that you'll have to make with them. They're not just going to scratch your back for free, but it is what it is. So you know what, if you're looking to develop, check into SigDAO. Pretty sweet stuff. Let's look at the IC stats. You guys got to follow IC stats at IC stats, folks. And really, they throw down some really great metrics of the blockchain. And this is just a wonderful little graphic, just a quick look at, and you're not searching through tabs and pages worth of things. So we got 517 new internet identities, and I believe this is within the last 24 hours. So it appears to be within the last 24 hours. That's awesome. We have 205 new neurons. So that means people are staking, people are creating new stakes, to stake their ICP. 1,362 new ICP accounts. Canisters, man, up 300. Now, for those of you that don't know what canisters are, it's basically just ICP or Dfinity's way of saying smart contracts, things like that. We saw over 7 gigs of smart contracts uploaded within the last day. This is insane to me to see this type of things. The IC is just growing dramatically. So we're gearing up to hit 250,000 smart contracts before you know it. We got Crypto Airborne in the house, so thank you for being here. The canister state, folks, I mean, there's almost 3 terabytes worth of smart contracts on the IC, which is great. Let's just take a quick look at some of the market players today. We got DSO. William Laurent is a big fan of DSO, so shout out to him. DSO is just taking off, and we've been seeing a lot of these tokens and stuff like that start taking off. The last time I did some technical analysis the other day, I was kind of saying, hey folks, we're seeing like some insane bullish trends popping up. And man, we are really seeing, a lot of 10, 20% gains this week. So it's great. I'm loving this. I'm not sure where ICP is on this chart. It always keeps moving around. But it is what it is. Let's look at the total crypto market cap. Then we will look into ICP technical analysis. Now, we are looking at the total crypto market cap, folks. This encompasses the entire cryptoverse. And so what this does is basically charting the price and the amount of liquidity, things like that. I threw down this response to BitBoy Crypto. It feels like Bitcoin will soon be moving in a different, to a significant level soon. I said 115K by February 2024. And I got so much hate from people on this. It was insane. Not sure. Of course, I am fumbling around here. But yeah. I mean, it was just crazy. So here we are, and this is my whole thinking behind this. If this is the bottom, we have a Fibonacci time sequence here, and this is not financial or trading advice. I just want to make that very clear and get that out of the way. But if we start to see price reverse here, this certainly could happen. And I'm just saying that it certainly could happen simply because it happened before. We saw price crunch down during this coronavirus dip. And what happened? We saw this mega rampage to the upside in the year that followed. So basically what I did was clone this rally after hitting this all-time low here. Or what could be an all-time low. So, we threw up the Fibonacci channel, and lo and behold, The 61.8 intersects the Fibonacci time sequence and the trend line. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I would love to see this happen. Off to ICP, and we'll check that out here. ICP, folks, let's look at this on the weekly, and then we will drill down here. And bear with me 1 second while I get this all set up. You know what? We're going to actually start this out on a 4-hour chart for now. I believe this TA that I was doing is more relevant here. Anyways, on this 4-hour chart, last time I was doing technical analysis, man, is it on the 1-hour chart? I'm trying to find out. It might have been on the daily. All these scratch marks and stuff. Oh, it was on the weekly chart. All these scratch marks will make sense here if I can figure out. There we go. So when it comes down to it, when we look at ICP, folks, on this weekly chart, this price action is just, it's way too far away from this Ichimoku cloud, in my opinion. So in the last week's video, I was kind of talking about how we might see ICP, hopefully, start wiggling its way up to meet this 50 moving average at $8.31. Hopefully that happens. And hopefully we see price on the weekly chart really move above this 50 moving average. This would be great if it could hold above and then kind of rip right through this Ichimoku cloud, this thinner part here. Let's see. We got Dale in the chat. What up, dude? You saw CKB pumping hard? I sure did. And I love that community. So with that said, let's look at the daily chart and just kind of check that out. Here's an interesting thing that I've been mentioning on a lot of these live streams with ICP. There's only been a couple times in the entire history of ICP price action maintaining above the Ichimoku cloud. And it's been brief periods of maintaining above the Ichimoku cloud. Right now, we have ICP trying to wiggle its way through this Ichimoku cloud. So I'm hoping that we see an Elliott wave theory move to the upside. Short term, let's just clear some of these scratch marks off here. Short term, I am hoping to see something like this happen. Maybe something like this occur. And I'd love to see price action maybe kind of stall out, somewhere in this neighborhood of $5, $5.50, somewhere in there. My only problem with this is, the faster we move up, the further away this little Ichimoku cloud becomes. And naturally, the cloud will retract the price action. So it is what it is, folks. Right now, if you guys had to ask me what's going on, well, really, there was a very nice cup and handle move to the upside. We could almost even argue that there was even some quasi inverse head and shoulders pattern that possibly could have happened. Let's just look at this on the 1-hour chart, just to kind of see what's going on. And I really want to look at this at the angling of this price structure here, simply because 45 degrees, a lot of people just don't understand this, that the markets in a lot of situations move at an angle of about 45 degrees. So here is a 45 degree angle. And when we just kind of push this angle to maybe right about here, you guys can kind of see that this thing is playing off this 45 degree angle quite nicely. So I'm very happy about that. We've got what's called a bull flag possibly, or a bull pennant that is forming. You guys can see that. We got a nice flagpole here, the flag, the pennant. So I do think that right now on this 1-hour chart, we possibly will continue to see ICP maybe start, maybe keep rallying. Really, I would love to see ICP rally up to this $4.48 level. and maybe retrace. And this might sound kind of bad, but it would be nice to see it retrace. And here's why. Because we might be able to set up for a bigger play. So if we saw price kind of move up to this level, maybe retrace a little bit. This is what I'm hoping for. You know, we're seeing these lows keep getting higher, and we would form this ascending triangle. And ascending triangles, folks, are very, very bullish. And really, when you look at ascending triangles and things like that, one thing I always look for is 2 touch points. So we've got 2 touch points on the support, and we would have about 2 touch points on the resistance, and maybe we could see something like this happen and make that next leg up. Of course, folks, anything's possible. I want you guys to understand that. And this is very speculative. Technical analysis can change on a whim, but I always give it my best shot at looking at these charts. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. Let me know in the comments section if you guys want me to do more live stream or if you guys like the pre-recorded stuff. Anyways, we'll see you on the next video. Woo!